Shepard still beat his ass, though. Ain't nobody beat Shepard. Yo, Johnny could be the
level flat. Rhythm. Say it. CCP Tick 4.
Woo!
You can't jump up and throw 8 of them and then run out of them like
Hey,
not run out of them.
What's up, everyone, everybody, every player out there? How you doing? This is Torrance Hudson, also known as Hudzio, a.k.a. the Iron Heart of Xbox, a.k.a. the Old School Gamer. And welcome, once again, to another episode of Gaming Treble. Tonight we have a ultra special edition. And we are going to be talking about everything Mass Effect tonight. And of course, my buddy, my pal, my competan, my Samoan brother from another mother, the Neon Samurai himself, the one who's guaranteed to put you in the chokehold and put you to sleep, my man, Tony San Miguel. Go ahead, man.
Thanks for the awesome intro. My new good friend, man. You're the best. Your resident stealth action JRPG guy. Still having a crappy time, but you know what? This is going to be a great show. Because everything I've ever wanted to talk about, we're going with Mass Effect tonight. Everyone strap in. I'm chilling in the Normandy SR2. Let's have a great time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me tell you something. Mass Effect has been one of those games, one of those instant classics that came out in the 360 era. BioWare, the wonderful minds out there who create amazing video game stories, great narrative, awesome gameplay. I am so glad that these wizards out there who created one of my other favorite games, the Knights of the Old Republic, and of course I'm a big fan of everything dealing with the Jedi's and the Sith, and of course the lore behind that. And they did a masterful job of that. But of course, this game, an original masterpiece. They actually pulled out all the stops, and this game became an instant classic. Now, Tony, my man, I mean, we've been talking about it. You talked this game up a lot. And believe it or not, I literally had to kind of go back to nostalgia because the 360 era was like one of the best eras and one of the best eras of gaming. Close to the Dreamcast, close to the PlayStation 2, but Mass Effect came out. It just kind of hit us in left field. Everyone knew about it. It's like, oh, it's another space adventure. No. This is not another space adventure. This is a space adventure that actually you build based on your decisions, based on who you have, based on who you deceive, and what you actually encounter. And of course, behind the scenes, everything that's going on behind there is, based on what you choose to do. And of course, you have two different sides of it. Of course, you can be a paragon or a renegade, and you're dealing with one of the main protagonists. That's yourself, Mr. Commander Shepard. Now, what's interesting about this is, I mean, and Tony, let me, I mean, you can chime in if you want. I like the fact that you could be able to put your own first name.
Yes.
Yes. And your last name will stay Shepard, but your first name could be you. That's you.
You can create your face. Your own face. I did.
You will be Shepard, and that's what's so awesome about it. I tell you,
you get so fully immersed in it, man. It's amazing.
It's so awesome. Now, when you get into the game, you actually don't get to make any other choices yet until you get further into it. There's a second part that you actually create who you actually are, where you're actually going, and of course, your main crew that you actually have can change. So let's go over. Let's do a little breakdown. Let's do a little breakdown of some of the great things that you can actually do in this game. You want to throw in some before we get into that? Do you want to throw in some details that you want to kind of add to that before we actually kind of get into the meat and potatoes of this bad boy?
I got to flex. I do got to flex. Since my second playthrough, I have not had a crew member die that wasn't supposed to.
Ooh.
And I've given the finger to the council every single time and blew up their ship every time when the Citadel's attacked. And I'm still like almost full Paragon.
Wow.
I'm leveled up because of so many playthroughs. I'm at like level 70, maybe the high 70s, almost 80 now. And I'm about to play through again.
Wow.
I can't get enough.
Dang, man. That's awesome. Me, I don't know.
Oh, that's my flex.
That's a flex. That's a big flex. And I'm still trying to pick your brain on how you actually managed to do that. There's some choices that maybe I regret, and there's some choices that I actually feel comfortable actually doing because there are some. I mean, I'll get further into that of what choices I actually made and why I actually did what I actually did. But let's go over a couple of things about Commander Shepard. Commander Shepard basically is an elite soldier, right, who becomes the first human Spectre. Now, here's the thing. In the beginning of this is because there's no spoilers. There's no spoilers because it's the beginning of the game. You actually get chosen to become the first human Spectre by the Citadel Council. Why? Because you were one of the first who actually survived a threat I believe it was on what was it? What was that planet again? Again?
I think they're talking about the Skillian Blitz,
Yes, the Alien Blitz. Right.
and he took out one of those worms,
Yes.
one of those giant worms that took out his entire battalion or whatever.
And what's so great, what's so awesome about that is that proves how versatile and strong he actually is. So you actually get selected by none other by I believe it was another Spectre, right? What was his name?
Wait, back up again?
No, he got. I'm trying to get my bearings here. Oh yes. So he actually was. He was chosen. He was chosen by, I believe, Garrett. Who you meet for the first time, right?
Wait, no.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Am I?
He was put forward by Anderson
Anderson.
to the council.
Yeah, Anderson.
And they sent Nihilus to watch him on that mission to observe how he works, see if he's, test him out.
Yeah.
Test run.
Yeah. Now, see, the thing about Nihilus though, I didn't, when you have choices, but what you actually say when you get to that part. I said I didn't trust him because number one, he was wondering why they chose him, and two, they knew that his race, their race, did not trust humans at all, because they felt they were weak, they were unworthy, and that is the reason why he's saying, okay, well, dude, why do you want me to go on this mission? Why do you want me to go with him? Because they said, okay, well, because you were the best. So you kind of got coaxed into going on this mission, saying, okay, well, let me find out what happened on this planet. So you bring a small crew, and obviously one of the members did perish while you were fighting. And then you actually meet up with another protagonist who actually was being ambushed. She was like the last of her crew.
Ash.
Yes.
That's my pal Ash.
Yes, yeah. Ashley Williams.
Boy, I got a sneaking suspicion she's named after the Evil Dead character.
Really?
His name is Ashley Williams.
Yeah, well, okay. I'll go with that theory.
There's got to be a fan there because they mentioned John Shepard in Halo. Oh. Someone over there is a fan of Mass Effect.
Ooh, yeah.
He's mentioned, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's hold on to those theories for a second because we're going.
Let's save those for later on. But
yeah, we'll save those.
Shepard might be in the same universe as Halo.
Yeah, that's true. Well, actually, that's when this week. Well, I mean, I can go further deeper into that because I believe the Bungie crew was actually big fans of BioWare, and and they were like chums and stuff like that. I think some of their coworkers actually kind of swapped places and stuff like that too.
Definitely. Yeah. There had to be.
Yeah, because I mean,
it's pretty small.
Well, think about it because I mean, I know we're kind of veering off a little bit. Because Halo was supposedly supposed to be a third-person type of game, almost like a top-down strategy type of game before it actually became a first-person. And that's it's weird theory. I have a feeling that the crew of BioWare was kind of helping out with that game a little bit. Like some of the guys from BioWare actually was helping out with that version of the game. Until Microsoft actually bought the rights to Bungie and Halo, they they kind of went a different direction. But that's neither here nor there. We're not talking about Halo.
I gotta back up a sec.
Yes, sir.
There was something I was wrong about. It wasn't the Skillian Blitz or the Skillian Verge. When you create your character in the beginning, you get to select his backstory. So my backstory was he was a sole survivor or something. But there's two other ones where one he grew up like in the slums on planet Earth. There's other where he's like he was just a regular colonist that enlisted in the military when he turned 18, that kind of thing. He had like 4 different stories to start from, or at least three.
I think there was three. No, there was three. There was
Yeah, I
three.
think it was three.
Yeah. There was three. There's three. I don't. Mine was generic. I think I chose like one of the stories where he was pretty much like a vagabond. Kind of like, he was.
Yeah, so you chose Earthborn. That's
I chose
Earthborn.
Earthborn, yeah, because you know why?
And then you chose Engineer, or whatever his psychological profile.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. I chose Engineer. Why? Everyone should know why. Engineer is badass when it comes to the tools. When it comes to the tools and the Omni tool, that Omni tool is your weapon. Because you have you get the best shields, you get the best freaking health regen. You get the best when your partners are down, you can be able to like revive them quickly. All that stuff. It's freaking amazing. It's amazing how
you make it very enticing for me to play through as an engineer now. I chose
you guys
Spacer.
At least one playthrough. Do at least one playthrough as engineer, and you will thank me later. I mean, if you like the Omni tool as much as you do, you're gonna love engineer. You're gonna love it.
Because I leveled it up pretty high, and I chose soldier. Like my bio was Spacer and War Hero, and then I chose soldier because I like to play with all the guns.
Well, that's a good match though.
Yeah, I had a completely different. My Shepherd was completely different than yours, probably.
Well, see, that's the beauty of this game. This game, oh my gosh, there are so many variations that you can actually do out of the 3 backstories, out of the 7 different play styles that you can actually choose for your character, and of course the certain people that you meet in the game actually become part of your crew. All these things factor in. All your the choices.
To add to that,
dude, the choices in the game. Some of them are ruthless. Other choices are like no, seriously. I mean, this one is we're actually like. What was that guy? What was that bartender's name? It wasn't a bartender. It was like he was like a barter or something like that. And you meet him like at the Citadel, and he was, he was. I think it was like he had a bargaining chip or something like that he was, that he wanted to kind of get off his shoulders, and obviously he was a suspect for something. So you had to antagonize this guy like several times to find out who was behind it, and I think I literally had to point my gun at his head to get him to spill it. It was like, okay.
Wait, who is this? This might be on an engine. This might be different from my playthrough.
Oh yeah, no, but okay. Let me see.
Either that, or I'm drawing a blank. Probably did it, but
I'm trying to remember. Okay, there's the part. Okay, there's a. What was that creature's name? My God, because I'm trying to go. Like I said, I'm trying to do another playthrough of this game. You meet him in the not in the bar, but you meet him somewhere near the bar because you're actually going into the bar. You're supposed to antagonize somebody because someone said that the old. Are
you talking about the Solarian that got thrown down the stairs for cheating at the slot machines?
That's the one.
I remember what you're talking about. Yes.
So and he wanted answers. So you have to go back and actually pretty much antagonize all the people that were involved, and all of them were giving you these false answers, these half answers. Of course, you go back to that main guy because obviously he was lying about something. So you say, okay, listen, and he pointed the gun at him. He's like, either you tell me what's going on, and then I'll blow your freaking head off.
Wait, I think I know which mission you're talking about. It's something else. Is that when they wanted you to scan the keepers?
Yes.
And those 2 scientists were arguing with each other?
That's the one, yep.
What they each thought they were going to kill the other one. They were just scared of each other.
Yeah, they were scared of well, of course.
They're smart scientists. They're a couple of idiots.
Yeah, somebody was lying. So I said, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll get him out of it. I'll get what you're talking about out of you right now.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Listen. Let's play a game.
Gun in the face makes people talk really quick.
Yeah, 20 questions, 2 bullets. Let's see what you got. Oh boy, man, this story is so great. So anyway,
there's so many different stories.
There's so many different stories. Okay, so let's talk about each character because I mean there are several characters that you actually meet inside the game. Now my favorite character that I actually met was not just Joker, because Joker actually he's a pilot of the ship and stuff like that. You know, he always has a certain way of throwing in some freaking humor in there.
Yeah.
He always seems to do that. But then again, he actually got to a certain point in the thing where he was really serious. Like I think towards the end of the game,
he saved the crew.
Yeah, he did.
That's not true. He saved the crew.
Thank God. Yes, he did. Yeah. Let's see. I would say one of my favorite characters right now, I would say is Samara. You meet her. Yeah, Samara. Yeah. I feel like
Mass Effect 2, I think.
Yeah, but she was more of the moral. She was a moral character. She's more of a moral character. You know.
Oh, she was like the Punisher, dude.
Yeah. she had a code. She had a certain code.
She was like the Punisher with a samurai code.
You know, she was calm. You know, her demeanor was like she was always like is my way or not. And you know, and she does not really waver from what she actually wants to say or what she wants to do. And she'll tell you like it is. I like that. I like characters like that. Characters that kind of don't waver from their moral character. You know, they don't.
You said you break the code, I will kill you.
Yes, basically. She's
right when you meet her.
She is bad. That's how badass she actually is, and that's the reason why I love her. You know how hard it is to try to romance her. I was trying so hard, I couldn't do it. I just
couldn't. You?
No.
I don't know if you can. Can you?
No,
I never tried.
No, you can't. You can. I don't think you can. You know, although
I don't think you can.
Although I was trying, it wasn't happening. It was she
Kasumi's like that too. Kasumi teases you too in that game.
A lot. Here's the thing. This is look. Okay, maybe you can help me with this one. Tell me that Samara, like towards the middle of the game, tell me that she was really starting to take a liking to freaking Shepard.
Yeah, the more good deeds you did, she opened up a little bit more.
Yeah,
next year she invite you to her quarters to talk.
Yeah, if you're more Paragon than Renegade, because believe it or not, I have a feeling that there were some choices that she was completely against, and I have a feeling that if you actually did that choice, she would not only turn it back on you, and she has. It took a lot to actually gain her trust again. A lot. I mean, because I think there was a point that she didn't want to talk to you. If you were the badass, if you become the badass, she won't talk to you. Like you see the 3 dots, and that's it.
Well, there's ways you can make them. Like say, if you go full renegade, you can make your crew members turn renegade too.
Well, no.
I haven't played through and figured it out how to do that yet. But
the easiest one that actually the Krogan. That's the easiest one. He would be behind. He would literally die for you.
He just wants to fight. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah. If you become renegade, and you get Krogan on your side.
Oh, they'll love you, dude.
Forever. He would die for you. And he would actually be behind you, whatever decision you actually make.
You talk about Rex or Grunt?
Yep.
Because there's 2 Krogan. Rex is the one you meet in the first one, and then Grunt is
Rex is in the first one, and Quark was in the second one.
Grunt's like the Captain America Krogan.
Yeah.
Like genetically.
He was like what do you call that?
He's a test tube baby. He's a test tube baby.
Yeah. Kind of like the kind of the what do you call it? The half and half type of guy.
That's why he's like he looked a lot sleeker than the rest of the Krogan. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's see what else we got here. I would say Javik is also another character,
Cool.
but that's in Mass Effect 3 though. But I would say that if he was in the first one, I would definitely have him on my crew, hands down.
Oh yeah, no, he was still sleeping in the first one.
Yeah,
I didn't find him yet.
Exactly, because he would be my crewmate for life because he's the last Prothean. He has like impressive freaking attacks and stuff like that. He's just freaking amazing. I still feel like they should really. I wish they actually put him in the first one, but then again, you don't meet him until like later. Oh gosh.
I don't think they even thought him up in the first one yet.
Oh no, but that would have been so cool.
Yeah.
That would have been so.
Yeah,
cool.
it would have.
Absolutely. Who else? Who else do I actually? Let's see. What other characters were actually in the first one? Because I'm trying to like rattle down my list here. I think there was Thane.
No, Thane was in part 2. Thane was a hitman.
Yeah, he was in part 2.
The alien hitman.
Yeah, I'm trying. Gee, like I said,
there's so many great characters.
Listen, Mass Effect Trilogy, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. You could play through all 3 and literally drag the whole entire story to the very end. Whatever you chose in 1 will carry with you in 2 and 3, which is another. I gotta talk about this.
I can't think of any other game that does that.
No, this is what I mean.
I can't think of another one.
This is what I mean. This is what's so amazing about Mass Effect. I mean, Mass Effect had this way to be able to have your saves, whatever you did. If you finished the first game, and whatever decision you made, whether you're a Paragon or a Renegade, every single decision that you made, every single person that you killed, betrayed, whatever, or allied with, will carry with you to the next game. And also, what's cool is that in the second game, the people that you meet will remember what you actually did.
Oh yeah.
They will remember exactly what you did, and they will either be with you because of what you did, or they will betray you, or they will actually not even speak to you, not even want to be with you because of what you did. And
I got chewed out by Ashley in the second one.
Man, yeah.
Boy, she was mad. She was like, "I thought you were dead." All that fun stuff.
Yeah. Because
get stuff all up on your face.
Well, I mean, if you were Manster, that's even worse. If you romanced Ashley,
I did.
Well, of course.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest one to romance in the game. Yeah, she's the easy one to romance in the game. And but if you actually become a renegade, it's kind of not quite. Actually, matter of fact, no, it's still easy to do. It's still easy to romance her in the game.
Yeah, I still do anything for Skipper.
Yeah, but that's because
he loves a Skipper.
Because he saved her life. He saved her life. She would have been dead. If he didn't intervene, she would have been dead. And also, but then again, okay, well, here's then again.
I got something well, hold on, I got a beef with Ashley. How's she so thankful to Shepard? Caden was there too.
Well, yeah.
She wasn't as thankful to Caden.
Yeah, but
hey, what happens? Poor Alenko dies. In my playthrough, he died.
Well,
because he stayed with the bomb.
Yeah, if he stayed with the bomb,
yeah.
You
have to sacrifice one of your crew members. It sucks.
Okay. That's another thing. That's another beauty thing about Mass Effect. The difficult choices that you have to make.
That was a difficult ass choice.
It was because you had to sacrifice one of your crew members. One of them had to stay behind. One of them. And that sucked. Because you had to make that hard decision. And I couldn't leave Ashley behind. I really could. I just in my heart of heart, I just could not do it. I think in all my playthroughs, I couldn't do it. As much as
And
I
the
wanted to.
chatter across the characters made it. They gave you hope thinking Caden would have survived until it was certain. You're
Yeah,
like, oh man, he's
yeah,
gone.
it was yeah. Caden, it was done. He was obliterated. There was no
That poor guy with his headaches and migraines, and he's still fighting alongside you.
yeah, but I knew he was gonna I knew he was gonna go. I just
Yeah.
knew he was. I mean,
This one's for Caden. Malenko.
yes. Pour one, yeah, let's pour one. Let's pour one for Caden. Pour one down. Pour one down for
Yeah,
him.
pour one out for
Pour one
Malenko.
down for him. Yes. Um. Now here's the thing about the difficult choices in the game. There's a description that I actually saw somewhere, and I find it very fascinating. Is that there's a scoring system basically when it comes to charming and also being intimate with your crew members. Now, based on the intimacy that you actually have with the crew members, I guess you would say because of closeness, your chances of actually solidifying whatever the relationship is and what they actually do, believe it or not, actually improves their AI in the game as well.
Yeah.
Because if you actually gain a stronger bond with your characters or your crew members AI will remember that and they will actually respond in kind. Number one, they have their own Omni tools. They could be able to heal you, shield you, flank with you, or or better yet, they could be able to do some high level stuff. Like the anti-gravity tool. Oh God, I love that movie.
Yeah, that whole command system too.
Oh yeah, the command. You see, the command system is awesome too. It's almost like Ghost Recon. You ever play Ghost Recon? Where you can actually.
Oh yeah, I love Ghost Recon. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So like it's kind of like Ghost Recon, where you actually can be able to command your characters to either go forward, come back, shoot, use certain weapons. You don't really control the characters in a sense, but you actually can direct them to actually do certain things to certain enemies. Like
you get the quarterback with your crew.
Exactly. Like for me,
you tell them go over here, they do their thing.
Yeah, like for instance, something when I had what was the name? There it was called what was the name? Yes. It was trying to remember. Oh my gosh. The one with the mask. Oh my gosh. I can't believe the name is actually off my head, top of my head. Keep going. Yes.
I'm gonna say hello to the chat.
Yes, go ahead, please do.
And I'm asking one question. Ooh. Come on, everybody, have fun. Jump in.
Oh yes. Speaking of questions. Oh yes.
I started off with a big one.
Oh yeah. That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question for the chat. If you guys are listening, why don't you go ahead and give your answers. That's a deep one. That's a deep question right there. Oh,
there's somebody there. There's people there. I can see you. Say hello.
Hey, listen. You guys can be able to interact. We're not like super high on the food chain or anything like that.
If they come hang out, come hang out.
Interact. Write down something. If you're actually on your phone or in your mobile or on your computer, whatever it might be. Hell, if you're on your Xbox, I'm pretty sure they could be able to find some way to chat it up. Use your phone. Like and subscribe. Hey, share it out. Feel free to do so. This is actually a pretty awesome show. Let's see.
Oh, where were we? You were going to.
I was talking about what was her name? The Asarian.
Tamara or Liara?
I think it was Tamara.
Tamara. Yeah, you were talking about Tamara, the Justicar, the
Yeah.
Asaki, the warrior monk.
Yeah, the warrior. Yeah.
She's basically a warrior monk.
Yeah, she was kind of hard to romance for a lot of reasons. But then again, once you actually gained her trust, because she actually wanted you to help her on a mission. There was a certain mission that she wanted you to go on. I think it was to find out what happened. And
oh, you can romance her. I'm seeing it in the guide right here.
Oh,
Mass Effect 3, right?
That's right.
You can't do it in 2, but you can do it in 3.
You can do it in 3, yes. But
that's funny.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think because it probably would take a lot.
You got to play through and get to 3 now, so you can do it.
Yes. Well, yeah. Well.
There, it's not gonna work in 2. You got to do it in 3.
Damn it! I gotta go all that stuff again. Oh well. You know what? So this is upsetting though, because I actually played through all 3 games, and I actually had like my full save from the 360. And since it's backwards compatible, I was thinking, oh yeah, I could be able to just boot it right back up. No big deal. Nope, it was corrupt. The damn file was corrupt. It wasn't like I think it had something to do with the servers or something like that. I have no idea what it was. And now I'm sitting back. I'm like, damn it! I had the whole thing because I was gonna put it in my background, have like certain sectors or whatever it was. Couldn't get none of that stuff up. So now I have Legendary Edition, which is like with improved, everything. Everything was improved. Like the graphics are improved, the full motion, the motion video, the frames per second, everything was good, right? Even the loading times were good. But the problem is that I have to start the whole entire story all over again.
Yeah.
That's
legendary.
You know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad, not one bit. You know why?
Well, because if it makes you feel better, the saves you had in your 360 and the original Mass Effect don't carry over to Legendary Edition anyway. You got to start over anyway.
Well, that's the reason why I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. The one, because the story, the beginning of the story was fantastic. Building your character again is fantastic. Just the lore and the thing, finding out about the guests again is fantastic. Another reason why that I actually wanted to do this particular podcast, especially Mass Effect, is because everyone's been clamoring about Mass Effect 4. Now, I'm actually I'm just kind of doing it because we haven't heard much at all about Mass Effect 4. But Mass Effect 1 through 3, people need to know about this game. People have been talking about it. People have been talking it up. People have actually, I guess they're going back into playthroughs and stuff like that, which I'm actually doing right now. It's impeccable about the whole entire game. And on top of that, just the weapons that you actually find in the game too. Each one has its own like kickback, or certain abilities that you can actually do. Like if you have a sniper ability, you can be able to snipe further. If you actually like if you're not if you're a spectre, but if you're a soldier.
I'm like King Sniper, dude.
Oh my god!
I've been sniping people since Max Payne.
Sniper weapons are OP. They are.
They're so fun to play with in video games, man.
They're the best. I love, especially when you go on certain missions and everything. When you go to the bases and you want to shoot people from a distance, because you have to, you really do, because there's certain parts in that thing.
Oh, they'll tear you up if you're getting close, man. There's only 3 of you and armies of them.
Yeah, so I'm like, let me shoot. This is no big deal, Now, let's go into another. Let's get another question. I want to throw this out to all these.
I got a crazy detail I just picked up. When you think about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know your armor in Mass Effect, right? When you get shot and your armor goes down. You know what the armor reminds me of?
What's that?
Have you seen the most recent? Have you seen Dune?
Yes. Oh,
the armor is like Dune.
The dark.
It is so cool.
The dark armor, right? It's like that.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it reacts the same way as Dune. Like, you know how it stops them from getting cut or shot up.
Yes.
That blue tinge when they get hit.
Yes, yes. My
They
God.
snuck that in there. I see that. There's a bunch of sci-fi geeks working this game. It shows it made something amazing.
Oh boy. Let's talk about the Citadel. Let's talk about all the politics behind this game. Now,
Oh yeah.
okay. Now we need to talk about why that on Eden Prime, because this is actually where this is actually the colony that they're
Where
on.
it all starts.
Okay. Um, there are a lot of politics that you actually kind of fall into, especially when you come to. Now, if you play through the beginning of the game, you know that you actually touch the spear, right?
Prothean Beacon.
Yes, and then you actually saw exactly what the Reapers were seeing. You saw their visions, and depending on what you say, or what you actually reveal to them, you could actually keep it to yourself if you really wanted to. But
You can.
also,
Well, the choices you make. Yeah.
but you also have an option of kind of spilling it, saying, "Oh, I had a dream," or "I had visions," or whatever it is. And then they say, "Oh, well, we got to talk about it. We got to go to the council. We got to tell them all about it." Now,
I said, what are we going to tell them? I had a bad dream?
yeah, that's exactly.
That was my choice for Shepard to say. So.
And they say, "Oh, yeah, well, we'll figure it out when we get there, or whatever it is." I'm like, figure it out. Figure it out with what?
Yeah, Anderson wanted you to run into it with like nothing.
I mean, literally, you're like, okay, and certain thoughts in my head were, you're gonna go over there, and they're gonna kind of put you in containment and say, okay, well, we're gonna have to study you. We're gonna have to find out exactly what's inside your head. That's the first thing that comes to my head and everything when I'm hearing about, oh, we gotta bring it to the council. Now, I don't trust those words. I never did. Actually, as a matter of fact, I never trusted the council from the Gideon.
Nope.
They don't
care about humans, dude.
No. I mean, listen.
Half of them openly hate humans, so there you go.
Well, there you go. And on top of that, when you talked about Ceres, and you talked about everything that that when you mentioned his name, they're like, what? Oh yeah, we're dealing with a dangerous one here. Yeah, of course you are. You're dealing with a race that's elite. You're dealing with an elite race. They're like the best warriors. They could be able to travel instantly to other planets and stuff like that. They're almost as bad as the guest.
And he's a Spectre.
That makes it.
So
That makes sense.
the guy's got unlimited power.
So now you're dealing with a powerful enemy now, and you're dealing with the politics behind it. So you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's like either you go with the flow, right, or you go against it. Me, I actually kind of went against it because I wasn't agreeing with none of what they.
Oh yeah.
I was like, okay,
how frustrating was it?
Yeah.
Talking with the council.
Because you found out so, like, for instance, the mining colony. Okay, that's when you talk about the mining colony, the lives that were lost in there, and what they actually did, and of course the renegades. You hear about that, and that was behind most of that, and the person behind it, and then the elusive one. Oh my goodness gracious. That was another thing. You don't find out too much about that character until I think the second.
Deep into the second one.
Yeah.
Deep into the second one. Cerberus. They only mention Cerberus in some of the files you read when you're taking the missions.
Yeah.
Or what Admiral Hackett tells
you. Admiral Hackett, exactly.
Admiral Hackett's a badass.
Yes, he is.
Hack it out.
Yeah.
That's Bishop, Alien, dude.
Well, see, and I was hoping you could be able to like have him on your crew, but I said no.
Yeah, I wish, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't. You know what? I mean, then that would have been kind of OP because he probably would have had like pretty much wiped out the whole entire freaking whatever by himself, and you just sit there.
Yeah, he had his own like his own naval battalion.
Yeah,
like an entire battalion.
Literally, he did. Now here's the thing too. when you play through the game, just like in any RPG, you can actually build on your traits. You have your charm, you have your abilities to what was the
I'm totally OP'd now. Totally. Like,
let me
it's
guess, you maxed
ridiculous how
out everything.
overpowered I am
You
now
maxed
in
out
that
everything.
game.
Yeah, you did.
Everything's
I
maxed
know
out.
I
Even
know
my
you
money's
did.
maxed out. It's stopped. It's all 9s.
Jeez, man. You know what? That makes me want to get back into the game that much more. See, that's the beauty of Mass Effect. That's the beauty of
New Game Plus. It was like one of the first New Game Pluses, if you think about it.
yeah. As a matter of fact, that is true. As a matter of fact, I think that
It didn't even have a name
BioWare
yet.
did that on purpose. BioWare did that on purpose. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
was it was it BioShock? I think it was BioShock.
I know The Witcher does it too, but that was like The Witcher was after that, but also an amazing story and very similar. But like, I don't want to segue into that. This is Mass Effect time. Witcher gets another day.
Oh, well, oh yeah, well, so yeah, by the way, ladies, my fellow players out there, Witcher, that right there is going to be another one. We're going to probably do that next month. Next month?
Oh yes,
Oh, yeah.
dude, I'm gonna have so
Next
much fun. I'm having fun with this one. I love it.
September. Mark your calendars. In the beginning of the month, we're going to be doing a full breakdown on The Witcher. Now, The Witcher is another story that we really go deep into, but since we're going into Mass Effect. But look forward to that. Oh, we got some good stuff for that one. But getting back into the structure of the game, like talents and abilities. There are so many abilities that you can actually build up in the game. You have charm, you have spectre training, you have intermediate, right? Like you have and each one, depending on what you chose. Like for instance, if you actually are an infiltrator, you actually have more abilities and everything in the Sentinel and of course
Hey, Dorian.
Hey, Dorian, what's going
on? I just want to say hi because he's here.
Oh yeah, he said I like both, so tough.
He can't make a decision. Man, that's like Rosemary's Choice, dude.
Dorian,
Sophie's Choice, whatever it is.
I have to agree. I have to agree with you because listen, I talked about that in the beginning of the show. KOTOR is like one of my top RPGs of all time.
It blew my mind, dude.
One of my top. I mean, KOTOR, the second one, the Sith Lords, I actually liked it, but it just does not hold a candle to the first one. The first one just had that certain charm that that kind of helps you, like when you because it's the same thing. You're dealing with your choices. You can become like a very goody two shoes, or you can be a ultimate badass. So you can do either one, and of course, once again, there's politics in between. There is, especially in that game. So it's so amazing, and this game, Mass Effect is no different. Now let's get back into the Citadel. Now when the captain, he comes when he comes to you, right? And he actually, believe it or not, he defends you. He defends you a lot because there's some things that even
Captain Anderson's your boy, dude.
Yeah,
he's your boy, dude. He'll never. He's loyal.
Oh, he is, because he actually knows what you can do. And when things kind of hit the fan, especially later on, he literally had to put his job on the line. He had to put his title on the line because there was something.
The old dude, he put on his armor and fought alongside you.
Yes.
Captain Anderson will stand by you, dude.
Absolutely. And that is what's so good about this game. It's just so there's the choices that you make are really, really tough choices. Because when you find out exactly what's going on and what they're trying to do, and also the fact that they they don't trust you either. See, this is the thing.
Oh no.
They don't trust you either. They like, wait a minute, this guy actually survived that attack. You was the only one
You
to
had
survive.
no backup until you were able to get that guest chip from Tali after
Yeah,
rescuing Tali.
but that was like later on. He had to
Yeah.
he had to go through a
It took a lot to gain just to get the stupid council to listen to you.
Exactly. And that's the thing. You know? I mean, oh my gosh. There was parts that I was frustrated. I was like, why are they not? I think I presented enough evidence, but it looks like it wasn't enough. You know? So you had to go out there.
Smart ass every time they called me on the Normandy.
Uh,
There were times I flat out just hung up on them and left. Oh yeah.
Oh man. The
just left.
The Normandy is a big
the animation's funny too. You see Shepard look at them, flip it off, and just leave.
Yep. So, but that's not all. When you actually are on the Citadel, when you're out there at the Citadel is a huge city. Okay, the whole entire city, they have a lot of crooks. They have a lot of politics. They have a lot of things that are going on, and you have certain mini missions that you actually do to gain information. Like for instance, when you wanted to find out, I think it was
a huge part of the first part of the game was taking place in the Citadel, just trying to prove yourself.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. What was that? There's a doctor that actually was actually on your side, that you meet up with, and I think gave you some valuable information. I forgot. I think
in the Citadel.
Yeah, it was in the Citadel. Right.
Yeah, that's the one you rescue with Garrus.
Right.
He starts breaking into her clinic, and you shoot them. And
oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. And the French doctor. She had the French accent.
That's French accent. That's the one.
Yeah.
Right. So she becomes a very important ally. You know, because she was also the one that was trying to help you with the headaches, with the because of the memories that you were having. So I think she was.
I don't think that was the same doctor, dude. You have Dr. Chakos, who's part of the Normandy crew.
Well, yeah, that hit too. I think it was all right.
Yeah, no, I think she was the one helping with the headaches.
Oh, that's right.
It was Malenko that was having the headaches because he was in L2. He had that chip or something.
Oh, that's right.
Frequent migraines.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting confused. Yeah.
Oh, you're mixing the doctors together.
But
she does help you. She does help you in that mission.
Well, that's true. But the thing is, though, I think they were also. I could have sworn because I had to. I mean, my memory is a little foggy. There was a part that she actually kind of helped you out with. I think it was like later on because there's a certain thing that you had to suppress or something like that, or whatever it was they were trying to get out of you, and supposedly she was. I guess she deceived somebody. I think you asked her to do something for you. I think it was, oh God, what part was it? This is like further in the game. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember what part it was. God, this game is so freaking huge. I'm trying to battle my brain. So there's so many different choices that you actually make in there. I'm trying to remember the choices that I made then.
Because Dr. Michelle.
That's the one. Yeah.
She's instrumental in helping you find the proof about Saren.
There you go. That's
she tweeted. Now I remember because she tweeted. I think she tweeted Tali when she was sneaking through.
Mm-hmm.
So she hid there. She tweeted somebody, and that's how she knew all this stuff.
Right. And she actually didn't. She actually at first didn't trust you because she's like, "Oh, I heard about such and such, about you." And you had to make the right choices because there were certain things that you had to say to gain her trust because she actually heard things, and they were like, okay, well, this is not true, blah 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 blah, right? And he's like, okay, well, and if you have to make the right choice, if you made the right choices, he said, okay, well, I believe you in it. I can give you such and such another thing, especially while we go about this? And then I think she left the room. And then from that point on, when you went back into that same office, she wasn't there. Like she didn't want to be too involved. If I'm mistaken.
Because Fist Thugs from Cora's Den, that bar in the wards downstairs in the Citadel.
Right.
They were the guys ransacking her office looking for whatever. I'm trying to jog my memory.
Yeah. So she actually left that office and didn't return because all that stuff that was going on. Because they knew that whoever was looking, whatever they were looking for, he was involved, obviously, and he didn't want her to get hurt, so she had to leave. I think that was one of the choices that I said. I said you have to find another place or whatever it is. Or I think he offered to have her go on to the Normandy or something like that. I think it was something like that. I forgot what it was.
I think you're mixing a couple of stories together because I'm kind of lost.
It was like I said, I want
it's so you, huge, everything molds together.
I want you to help me out because there are so many different paths that you can actually take, and I'm trying to remember all of them because this story is freaking huge, and the lore it can go either way because there are bad endings in this game.
Oh yeah.
Depending on what choices that you actually make. Now, I mean, do you want to go into choices that you actually made? You want to kind of, get into, hey, I made this choice because of, or do you want to go further into more of the type of weapons that you actually love on your person?
Well, I'm so OP'd, I don't even pay attention to the guns anymore.
Oh, jeez.
So.
Okay, why don't you?
Man, I could take out Reapers. Is that Reaper in the second one or the third one? It's like nothing now.
Oh my god.
So I can't really go over favorite weapons because they're all the same to me now.
Okay.
It's the choices. The choices were huge.
Okay.
Just the conversations and the adventures you had with these people. Long ass conversations too, man. You really got to know them like actual people. It was a trip.
Oh,
that's what made the game for me.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, depending on what choices you actually want to make, it tells you if you actually want to do a Paragon or a Renegade choice.
Everybody loved me except the Council. Well, I was Paragon everywhere. The Council hated me.
I never really cared about the Council.
To hell with the Council.
The Council was the ones that was my real enemy right there.
Yeah, I just saw a bunch of politicians.
I think the Citadel was the most dangerous enemy. Why? Because they're the ones. That's your home base. That's where you have to go, and you have to answer to somebody. And the fact that you had to answer to them, and the only person that you really could trust is Anderson, bro. I mean, that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Because of course, Anderson, because so many politics were involved, Anderson literally had to kind of be your mediator on everything. Because you, number one, didn't really have too much of a choice, and if you actually went against their wishes, somebody had to answer for it. And it turns out that Anderson was pretty much getting most of the heat because Anderson was pretty much you were actually in his charge. So now you want to talk about Rex for a second?
Rex is a badass.
Yeah, let's talk about Rex.
When you first meet him, when you get the clues to say, oh, he stopped by Citadel, CSEC, Citadel Security. Basically, the police. The police rounded him up for being rowdy somewhere. And the cutscene you see, when the guy's like, you want me to haul your ass in? And he goes, I'd like to see you try. That was badass. And he just looks over and goes, then he just looks over leaves the cops there and walks over and starts talking to you like they were nothing.
All right, now here's a couple of things that I had behind Rex, and of course you'll find out like later in the game.
Yeah.
He actually
Rex is my boy.
Yeah, he actually works for the Shadow Broker. The Shadow Broker was the one that typically he is hired. He's a hired sub. That's what he is. To have him part of your crew, is both a blessing and a curse. The great thing about having him on your crew is that the couple of renegade choices that you actually make actually makes him respect you more. So he will literally go to the ends of the universe with you, no matter what. But here's the thing. And should I even tell you what I actually did to actually make him actually completely go against me? I should tell you that.
Yeah. Listen, he's been out for over a decade.
I'm going to throw it all on the table. There was a certain choice that Rex actually said because he didn't trust. I think he didn't trust he didn't trust Anderson. Okay, and Anderson's my boy, and he wanted you to go against the council, and I think go on this mission. I know I'm not for the Shadow Broker, for someone else, but I think it's just for him. I think it was for him because he actually
his loyalty mission. You were going for his family's armor.
Yes.
I know the exact mission you're talking about.
Yes. Okay. And I didn't want to go because.
Oh, see, that's why he turned on you.
Yeah. I didn't want to go. No, the main reason why is because it was a thing that was completely against the code. Just one, two, you had to kill people that that were innocents also in the process, and three, you didn't know what the real intentions were, so I didn't trust any of it. So I said no. No, we're not doing this. We have a certain mission that we will have to do, and I didn't want to get sidetracked. Oh yeah, from that point on, he was starting to get a little, a little edgy. Now there was a point I think I pushed him over the edge, and I think I had to fight him. I had to take him out, and that
was on for a mirror.
Yeah. And and long story short, let's just say Rex, rest in peace. Was it a good choice or a bad choice? I don't know. Leave it up to me. Leave it up to the bullet in his head. I say that my choice. I felt like he had to I had to give him the axe. Because he was disrupting the flow of the whole entire thing. As a matter of fact, I believe it was who was the one that said that something about the Krogan. He said something about Rex that kind of convinced me in a sense. Oh God, who was it? He said something. He said a certain something. He said something.
Was it a Solarian?
Huh?
Was it one of the Solarians?
Yes, it was. Yes. He said they said, okay, you know what? You got to be careful. He said you got to be careful, because I have a feeling that he's still working for the Shadow Broker, and he will actually turn on you if you decide to go on this trip, or if you actually decide to go on this mission. So I said, so I'll go with my gut instinct. I said, you know what? Maybe I better not go on this mission because I feel like something's going to go wrong. So I blew it off. From that point on, whenever we did certain missions, because remember you could choose your crewmate to go with you on a certain thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe there was a certain mission that actually kind of crossed over to what he actually wanted. And I think I told him that he couldn't have something, or I think there's a certain altercation that I actually did. I think there's a certain choice, and he turned the gun on me. So once he turned the gun on me,
with him is much different than mine, dude.
Yeah. So once he
much different.
Yeah. So when he turned the gun on me, I said, okay, so it's going to be like that. And then it turned out to be a battle, and I actually won, and Rex died. So he got the end of my bullet. So that was my choice. That was my choice. For some odd reason, it was not a renegade move. It was a paragon move. So I must have did something right.
Or you made Rex turn so bad that killing him would become a paragon move.
Maybe. Okay, listen. That's what's so awesome about this game, because this is so awesome about Mass Effect. That is so freaking amazing about Mass Effect. Is that those things, those choices that you actually make can carry on to something else, whether it be Renegade or Paragon, but it depends on what actions you actually taken. You know, what path you actually had, or who you actually had as your crewmates.
So my playthrough was very different. From the time I met him, I talked to him like, you know how you play to his you play to his toughness. Talk to him like he wants to be talked to. Right.
Okay.
He got close to me, and then like he didn't question anything. He did whatever I said.
Okay.
Like Paragon was so high that he just followed. And then I did his loyalty mission. He got his family's armor, and yeah, he was like my best pal. I remember he did turn the gun on us.
Okay.
But I was able to talk him down from doing that. Because the reason he pulls the gun on us was that facility on Vermeer was about was something that would cure the genophage for the Krogan.
Right.
And he wanted to save his people.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you tell him, hey, listen, there's other ways we could go about this. There's other options we can help your people. He put his gun away. And fast forward to Mass Effect 2, he's like some king back on his planet. And I met back up with him. He was like, Shepard.
See.
Oh, make sure Rex lives, and you're in for a good time in 2. He is funny as hell in 2, too. Some big king. Man. Really happy to see you.
Okay, well, see, that's...
Just be cool to him, man, and he won't turn on you. And then, do his loyalty.
That's the beauty part of Mass Effect, man. So anyway, I got another question for the masses out there. I think we've touched on one person, the elusive man, right? Now, the elusive man actually is talked about in the first game, but you don't know who the elusive man is until the sequels. So who is the elusive man the leader of? That's a good question.
You know the answer, Dorian?
I'll throw it out there again one more time. Who is the leader? Who is the elusive man the leader of?
What's the group he controls?
Yes.
You know it. Shout it out.
Indeed. Please. I mean, don't be afraid to to use the keyboard. Go ahead, put the answers in.
Just remember, I think we're on a delay too. So.
Oh yeah, no problem. Let them take the time. Indeed. So while you figure that out, let's move on to the story. Let's go towards the middle to the end of the story. All right. Now, we already know about Saren. That backstabbing. Gosh, man, I can't even call him a proper Spectre, because he doesn't deserve that title, but he actually got the ability. What his purpose actually was to try to get control of the Reapers.
Because he was indoctrinated.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, obviously he was indoctrinated. I mean, when he actually had the same experience you did when you touched that spear. that mass relay. When you touch the mass relay, when you got those images, I believe that Saren got he got the same thing, but when you touched it, it blew up. It just got destroyed. Now, when Saren actually got word that you touched it as a human, he got ticked off. Really, really ticked off.
Dorian's really close.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's guessing. He's guessing it.
Almost there. Almost there.
Almost there.
Almost got it. Come on.
Keep going. He'll get it.
He'll get it. Let's see. But yeah, so now
he got it.
Yeah,
he got it.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, buddy.
He got this. That's right. It's a Cerberus. Cerberus. Whatever. Cerberus. I mean, I'm trying to get.
Yeah, the three-headed dog.
Yes. My gosh. But and of course that group right there is, my God, a very elite group that can literally wipe out an entire colonization. That's pretty much, how dangerous he is. But let's go further into Saren's lore for a second, because there's a lot of, I can't really call it politics. I guess you could consider it, because of his indoctrination, so to speak, of the Reapers and what they represent. They are almost like what do you call Reapers? I would call them a locust. They're almost like locusts,
Let's see.
Yeah.
They look like giant, they're very locust-like. You can see that.
Yeah, they can wipe out. They can wipe out. Pretty much. Well, I mean, you open up the portal. They're mass quantity. Let's just put it that way. They are, and they can literally wipe out entire fleets or whatever it is. They're dangerous.
You know what? We still don't know everything about them.
And
they could have been before the Protheans.
Yes.
That's how mysterious they are. It's messed up.
Now, see, and this is the funky thing. When you hear the word Reaper, you think of death, right? They are pretty much the harvesters of death. That's what they are.
Yeah, they're killing machines. They want to eradicate everything.
Right. And the fact that Saren wanted to have control of that, that's where the problem was. Now, here's the thing. When you finish the first game, you actually had to face it. Everyone knows that. I feel like I wish there was a way to be able to, talk some reason into him, but obviously there wasn't. He was power hungry. He didn't like humans. He wanted them eradicated, and he literally wanted to have control. That was his intention. That's his goal. When he found out that a human specter named Commander Shepard actually was able to get those visions, my God, he got livid. He was pissed off.
You saw him throwing stuff around the ship, and then he got up in
he said, this human, he said verbatim, this human must be eliminated. But in the meantime, you were out there trying to find answers. And also in the meantime, people were trying to probe you to try to figure out what was inside your head. My God, what a woeful web we weave. So, so what do you? So what is your thesis when it comes to Saris and also his mindset, so to speak?
He's pretty blatant, man. He was power hungry, and he was easy to be indoctrinated by the Reapers. He wants to control the Reapers. The Reapers end up controlling him. Reapers win in the end anyway because they're getting what they want. The beginning of mass extinction of the entire galaxy. He's pretty simple. He's pretty simple to figure out to me.
Mm.
He's just an all around bad dude, and it seems like even it's definitely known he hates humans, but I think he doesn't like other alien races either.
He didn't like. I think well, I mean, what he actually said when he was talking to his, I guess one of his what do you call it, like a, not a partner but more like a counselor, I guess. You know,
Mm.
he
You're talking about the Asari, right? The
yeah,
Asari,
yeah,
Asari
exactly.
matriarch. That was Liara's mom, one of your
Yeah,
crew members' moms.
yes.
Um,
And yeah, as a matter
because
of fact,
she
let's
mentioned
talk
she
about
was
that.
indoctrinated too.
Yeah,
She was
let's talk.
indoctrinated too.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Asari's mom.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's ooh, yeah. Once you found that out, I was like, damn, things are getting really, really dicey. Oh, I had who'd have
Because
thought?
then you didn't know if you could trust Liara either.
No, no. He
Half your crew didn't.
no.
Half your crew didn't trust her like
And that's
immediately.
and that's the thing because they already knew what was going on, and the fact that she was like part of the crew, the trust factor was kind of severed in a sense because they said, oh wait, but isn't there, isn't your mother, isn't your mother associated with then once the beans were spilled on that, that's when things kind of fell to the wayside. But I trusted her, which is the reason why I kept her as a crewmate.
Well, upon meeting her, you could tell she didn't like her already.
Yeah, well, yeah.
She didn't trust her.
Nope. Nope. That's right. Wasn't there a little bit of hostility between Ashley and
Yeah, because Ashley doesn't like aliens.
yeah.
And then especially when it's a female alien who she views as competition, she's going to get even punchier.
Well, yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
I accidentally romanced Liara by accident, just by being nice to her.
Are you serious?
That was by accident.
I didn't even get an opportunity. No, seriously, I didn't.
Yeah, one playthrough was by accident. Like I was expecting Ash to walk into the room. It was Liara. I was like, yeah, it happened completely by accident.
Oh, you bad boy. Oh, you bad boy.
All I did was be nice to her. That's it. That's all I did.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. I mean, I was being cautiously optimistic, and I was being, I was being friendly, but not like too friendly. I was kind of like, okay, well, I have to see exactly where this goes. That's probably the reason why. I think might have been a certain choice that I said. I must.
Yeah.
I think she was getting too close, and I kind of pushed her off a little bit. That's probably what happened. So it didn't work. But maybe the next playthrough, I don't know. Maybe I'll.
Yeah, it was a complete accident. It was very funny. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, so I'll be ultra nice this time. And of course, don't get me wrong. You could be a female. You could be a female shepherd as well. And so,
Oh, your femship. That doesn't matter with the Asari though.
Yeah, well, that is true too. But
yeah, it doesn't matter if it's an Asari.
Yeah, because aren't they like kind of like what are they? What kind of species are they? They can. I think they're like both sides of the coin or something like that.
They're like what?
I think they're like both sides of the coin or something like that.
Yeah.
Asarian.
They take genetic traits a different way, and
right.
Like they'll always have an Asari, but they'll take the traits of like say if the father's a Krogan,
yeah,
it's gonna be an Asari with a Krogan like mentality and personality.
Yeah. There you go. So Yeah, exactly. So I think that I guess it works both ways. Uh, um, but what's cool about that is
What's up with blue chicks in every sci-fi lore being promiscuous? You
mm,
got Avatar, you got Captain Kirk's banging them left and right. Same with Shepard,
no,
apparently.
okay. Now that we go on that route, Mass Effect is kind of like Star Trek. It's more. Actually, I feel Mass Effect is more like Star Trek than
Oh yeah,
anything else. It's definitely not Star Wars. It's Star Trek. I'll tell you the reason why. Captain Shepard is like the Captain Kirk of Mass Effect.
that's
Okay,
Commander Shepard, dude.
okay,
Commander.
sorry, Commander Shepard. Now, Commander Shepard, that's true because he's not Captain Kirk, Commander Shepard. Well, they're both the same thing. Okay, I'm gonna say.
Captain's a higher rank. That's Anderson. Captain Anderson, Commander Shepard.
Let's see how this. Work with me.
All right. Go on. Let's see. Let's see where you go with this.
So anyway, now for a Spock, I would probably have Asari as my Spock. I would have Ashley, kind of like what is her name? The one who was on the usually on the computer boards. I forgot what it was.
Uhuru?
Yes.
Uhura? Lieutenant Uhura?
Yes, Uhura. Yes. So she would be that. So she'd be like on the sidelines, but she actually gives intel, on whatever it is. And of course, who would be Scotty? I forgot. Someone has to be Scotty.
Morden.
Morgan, yes. Now, if you're
Morden.
if you're thinking next generation, I would think of Rex as like the goodness gracious.
Oh, is Michael Dorn's Klingon character?
Yeah,
the Klingon?
yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very similar people.
Exactly, because they're about warrior mentality and stuff like that.
Yes.
They're straightforward, kind of like, okay, this is how it is, and this is how we think. I would put it in that perspective. So yeah, that's my my theory on these comparisons from Mass Effect and Star Trek. That's enough of my geekiness about that one. But still,
Man, I'm all in on it, man. If you want to run away with it, I'm in.
listen,
Just run with it.
I used to love watching Star Trek at night. Star Trek, the
Oh yeah.
original Star Trek. Star Trek Next Generation, I think, was also very good.
That's probably why I like Mass Effect so much. We were probably up watching it at the same time.
Jean-Luc Picard.
New York area, sometime late '80s. Yeah, we were probably watching it at the same time.
That was my jam. I'm still to this day. If I can get that collection again, I would watch the whole entire thing. I would watch the whole entire thing of Star Trek, and I would watch the whole entire series of Star Trek Next Generation. Absolutely. Deep Space Nine, I wasn't really getting into. I couldn't really. I mean, I liked it. I did. It's just it didn't grab me.
Mm.
And then of course the Star Trek Voyager, and that was.
I get lost after Next Generation.
Yeah.
The OG and Next Generation is what I watch the most.
Absolutely. You can't beat the originals.
I get so lost with the newer ones. I like what I see, but I can't get into them because that's a whole nother lore. I got to watch hundreds of episodes to catch up on.
Oh, indeed. So it's hard to because it's hard to get into Mass Effect 2 because it's based on your choices. It depends on who you actually kept and who you decided to kill or let loose or whatever it is. Like, for instance, if you actually allowed
like my flex, nobody died except Caden. That's my flex, so I started Mass Effect 2 good, strong.
See, that's my issue. Because I guess
you killed Rex. I killed Caden.
Yes, exactly. So in my playthrough of part 2 was kind of like almost like a half-baked story, but you do find out more about about what's going on, because they're still talking about they're talking about there are other match relays. There's not just one, and that's
Yeah.
That's the messed up thing. When you find out there's more match relays, there's actually, and the Reapers are still coming. You know, they're
Really
coming.
messed up. The
You know?
Citadel's a mass relay.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the Reapers.
Yes. Yes. And dude, that was effed up. When you find that out, you're like, wait, hold on. You're telling me that we built this freaking thing and we are the catalyst for the freaking Reapers? Bruh.
It was the Protheans that built it. The Protheans built it. The humans, all the Solarians of all this, everybody that lived there, they just figured out, hey, we can live here.
You know what? We were so caught up in the technology. We were so like today, nowadays, we're so caught up in the technology. We're so caught up with all the technology nowadays. I have a feeling that we're going to get to a point where we're actually kind of complacent, which is exactly what happened. When you were on the set, you didn't trust. I didn't trust anything. I didn't trust anything that they said. The only person that I trusted was Anderson, because Anderson was kind of pushing against him. He was. And on every single decision they made, he's like, "This is what I've heard. This is what they told me." You notice that, right?
He brings you along half the time, so you know what's going on. Too.
Right.
When he's talking to the ambassador and he's talking to the council, he's right there with you.
Yeah. And then when you actually face the council, when you were there, he had your back.
Yeah, he went to bat for you.
He went to bat for you for every little thing. And the council was telling me not to, number one, not to trust me. Number two, they didn't want you to really do anything until Anderson said, maybe you need to look into this. You know, and then when you went on these missions, these small little missions to get information, and then when you found out about the Shadow Broker, who actually had some weird backstory that you found out about.
And I'm going to let you know about the Shadow Broker later on.
Oh yeah.
Since Rex survived in my thing, I got to let you know about the Shadow Broker too, about my playthrough.
Oh, good. Yeah. Let me know.
There's DLC on the Shadow Broker too.
Well, that's true. Oh, that's another. Okay, here. Okay.
Yeah, that's where you find out a lot of stuff.
Speaking of DLC, here's my next question. In Mass Effect 2, which character can only be recruited if you purchase the Stolen Memory DLC?
Let's see if you get this one, Dorian.
Yeah, this should be an interesting one.
He also chimed in he likes Star Trek too, so we're good. We're a bunch of techies up in there.
I'll repeat the question again. In Mass Effect 2, which character can only be recruited if you purchase the Stolen Memory DLC? And, believe it or not, in that DLC, it actually is an important part of the story too. It actually does fill a whole gap of information. So,
and it's in the Legendary Edition. You don't have to get the DLC anymore. It's automatically in there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Because,
which is great.
Yeah. So if you actually got the Legendary Edition, all the DLC is available. So you actually will be able to play that mission. But if
that mission that takes place on the moon is lost.
Yes, that's true.
I lost that one for some reason.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Moonlander. Let's talk about the awesome machine that we have.
It was cool driving around on there, seeing the Earth from the moon.
Yes. Number one.
And then taking out that rogue AI.
Oh gosh, let me tell you something. That machine, once you actually build the weapons on the machine, because you remember, you can actually have it where certain character can take control of the driving. If you do, each one's trait will be apparent on the vehicle, based on your you're building you're fixing your energy, stuff like that. You could be able to move while you're actually getting it fixed, because certain characters you have to literally sit still to actually fix your vehicle, which is messed up, especially when you're in the middle of a firefight. Yeah.
Well, getting shot at by death.
Shot up. Yeah, that's another one. And not only that, the speed of your vehicle. Certain terrain that you can actually jump on, you could be able to jump to certain areas and craters and what have you.
That's another thing they paid attention to with this game. When you're driving your vehicle, depending on the planet, you notice when you read the description of the planet, it tells you it's gravity. You jump on the planet, if the gravity is really high, you can't jump that high.
That's right. It's right.
They put a lot of thought and research into this.
That's what's so cool about that. I mean, now that you mention it, we could do some comparisons to some modern day games such as Starfield. If you played Starfield, that game right there could have been the next Mass Effect. Could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is,
if it was third person, I'm kind of tired of the first person. I don't like the tunnel vision.
Yeah, it's first and third person. Yeah, you can do either one.
Wait, you can?
Yeah.
Starfield?
Yeah, Starfield. Yeah, you can do first and third person. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
Now we got to play through it.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you can play third.
All right, I'm gonna play again.
Man, dude, you gotta get back into that game, bro. No, seriously.
Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, no problem, man. Now because Starfield, like in comparisons to Mass Effect, your choices vary, but the problem is that it's not really linear of a story. I mean, yeah, you can plow through the whole entire story plot if you want to, but there's a lot you can actually miss because there are certain plots that you have to kind of, find out about, I don't know. There's a lot of things you need to find out about. I have not finished Starfield. People are gonna be looking at me like, "Huh? You didn't finish Starfield?
Me either.
What's the matter with
Me
you?"
either.
Dude, listen. Starfield is a huge ass game. It is. There is so much in there, and even the DLCs. I haven't got an opportunity to finish them. I played through like almost 30 hours of the game. There's a lot to uncover, and trust me, I want to get through it just like everybody else did. It's just going to take me some time because it's like it. But they made a lot of improvements. I'm
going to play through with you.
No, they made a lot of improvements to the game, and I feel like they did. But get back into Mass Effect, I feel like Mass Effect was more of a tighter experience.
Oh yeah.
And the story was more solid, and yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, but we're getting into what were we getting into? Oh yeah, that's right, DLC and stuff like that. I still feel like the vehicle aspect was kind of thrown into Starfield because they could have put it in the game in the beginning.
Yeah.
But they actually added it as a DLC thing, and I found that kind of underhanded. Mass Effect had it from the beginning. Okay, so when you were on the Mako, all right, and you're driving along the the certain play, the certain gravity aspects or whatever it is, you can feel how the vehicle can jump and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, you can't really traverse everywhere, but where you can climb mountains in the vehicle, and you can go over certain hills with the vehicle, and it's good to explore because you're actually finding minerals. You're looking for minerals, and these minerals are important, especially for your Omni tool and certain aspects also, and clues, because you'll actually find some artifacts. This is like a really awesome aspect that I really appreciate, especially when it boils down to games like this. I would say I don't know how to like word it, but yeah.
While you're thinking about that,
yeah, what's that?
Which was your favorite way of mining minerals and resources in Mass Effect? Did you like the first version where you land on the planet and actually drive around in the Mako and have to find it on foot, or like in 3 where you got to shoot probes into the planets? We had to scan the planet. You just shot a probe over there. Both aspects were really cool.
Okay. I actually like the first one. I mean, don't get me wrong, the probe thing is cool and all, but I like to be able to physically be there. Now, remember,
Yes.
there are some planets that you visit that actually the atmosphere is acidic and dangerous.
Or radioactive.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
So
a
you
lot
go
of
on
them.
that planet and you'll see your health gauge kind of like ticking down. And you're like, oh,
Really quick in some of them.
yeah. But
What was that one with the really bad sun?
uh,
Ultraviolet was so bad it melts your armor and you have to fight in the shade.
that's
I
right.
think it was the second one.
Yeah, I think it was the second one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was the second one.
Yeah, that was in the second one. The first one, I mean, there was like a planet that actually had a very acidic atmosphere. And when you were out there, your health gauge is like going really, really deep. Like, and also there was one where the gravity was really heavy and stuff like that. Like you couldn't really jump that high at all.
There's some with the extreme heat and cold too, like some of those snow planets.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Your energy dropped.
One planet. That's right. There was one planet that actually had this extreme cold, like you started to get frostbite and stuff like that, and you're like, oh,
there's a lot of them.
No, yeah. And you have to jump back into your vehicle and stuff like that, and you literally have to stay in your vehicle. There's some planets that you have to stay in your vehicle, and you couldn't really.
You're done.
But then again, there's some minerals that you had to kind of get out of your vehicle and collect because you couldn't get there any other way. Yeah. Yeah.
And if you screw that button combination, you're like, oh.
Yep, in and out, exactly. So, and also the Omni tool does help with that too. So if you actually start seeing your health gauge go down, you use your Omni tool to kind of rebuild it again. But it depends on how many Omni tools you actually have. You know, how many health.
I got a playthrough as engineer. I didn't have any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I was just a soldier.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you this, and that's the reason why.
I get a lot of cool stuff playing as an engineer.
Listen, okay. Please put ones in the chat. Please put ones in the chat if you actually were engineer. You gotta let me know that engineers are the best. I actually did play as Spectre as my first playthrough. The second playthrough and everything, I definitely played as engineer, and I loved it. And I said, okay, this is me. This is it's almost like my wizard. Like I play as a wizard or a sorcerer in certain RPGs. Yes, Lindsay. Thank you, sir. Because it's so true. Because when I play certain games, I like technical, like the abilities that you actually have, like your math abilities. I like that. I like to be able to explore, be thinking outside the box instead of just being physical. I want to be able to have the sorcery and all that stuff, but I would say the engineer is kind of close to that.
Oh, yeah, Dorian's engineer in every game he plays.
There you go. See?
Into the tech stuff. Nice. Some fun stuff. Man, I just like to shoot things and blow things up.
But it's awesome. I mean, it's definitely worth it. It's worth it. It is worth it. I would say go ahead and play as an engineer. You don't have to do it in your first playthrough. You can play as a soldier if you want to. I mean, a lot of people play as warrior when they actually play certain RPGs. You know?
Like me.
One of their first go-tos. Seriously, that's one of their first go-tos. Warrior. Weapons.
Yeah.
That's what they want. You know?
That's me.
So, but yeah. I mean, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that?
What?
Oh no, what's your thoughts on I think we're talking about the planets, about being, having the abilities, to explore in the Mako, going to certain areas and stuff like that on vehicles.
I'd say it's an idea for have both options.
Yeah.
Make things that you can only find by scanning, make stuff you can only find by being on the ground.
Oh, that is true too.
It'll give you more gameplay.
Oh, speaking of which,
And especially people like both, so put them both in.
Well, see, that's the cool thing about Mass Effect. And another thing I like about Mass Effect is that they show the scale. Like, for instance, when you're in the Mako, right? You see how big it is, right? Well, it's not big. I mean, it doesn't look big. It doesn't look big at all, right? But when you get outside,
When you run past it inside the Normandy, it's big.
Well, that too. But when you
it's like one of those old school Hummers, dude. Maybe bigger.
Yeah. But when you actually get outside the Mako, you're like, oh shoot, that's how big this thing.
How big the planet is, yeah.
Yeah. And there's certain areas, like for instance, like where you have to get outside of the Mako to actually fix it. Like you actually have to gain an ability. Like if you have an engineering, if you're an engineer, you can be able to heal. You can be able to fix your vehicle while you're in the vehicle. If you don't, you have to get outside the vehicle to fix your vehicle, which is kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes down to firefights and all that stuff. Oh, that sucks. You know.
Yeah, you got to drive, find cover.
Oh man, you know.
Have your teammates take them out with sniper rifles while you fix the vehicle.
It sucks. It sucks so bad. So, but yeah, man. You know, that's about the Mako, and also the wonderful planets that you get to visit, which is actually a segue into our next subject of Mass Effect, which is amazing. The amount of planets that you see. Some of you can actually visit physically, and some of you actually just I guess examine or kind of probe, I guess. And
because a lot of those planets are gas giants, you can't land on them.
Right.
Just gas.
Yeah, but you actually do gain some kind of materials from them too, because you actually probe them.
Yeah.
You can probe them, and like certain moons or whatever it is. And also, depending on where you go in the galaxy. Now, remember, the map is not that big. I mean, it's big, but it's not gigantic. You know? So, I feel like, they actually did a great enough job to make it seem bigger than it actually is. And also the materials that you actually earn or you get from the planet, you actually get some points to build your Omni tool and your traits as well. Now let's get into the action of the game, which is actually something that we definitely have to talk about.
Oh yeah.
I actually like the cover system in the game. The cover system, you don't have to press any button to actually do cover. It does it automatically. When you actually get into a certain area or whatever it is, your back will actually do the action where you can actually be able to peek over your shoulder and shoot from corners and stuff like that. I find that pretty awesome. Now, you don't have any roll or anything like that. It doesn't really work that way. But you do have to be careful because you can be flanked. And I noticed that, and oh man, there are some firefights which I didn't really find unfair, but in close corridors, especially when you visit other planets or other surfaces, and you go into certain corridors, that sucks because certain characters, certain enemies, they actually have, they can flank you or whatever it is. And there's certain weapons that they actually have that have, good abilities. Like they have like those, we call those sensor bombs or whatever it is. And also extra shields. There's like certain enemies that have like extra shields that you have to disable.
They have the remedy for when you get flanked when you're indoors.
Yeah.
Good old shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Equip your shotgun and just start blasting.
Oh, well.
Because it's close quarters and you're indoors. You're going to hit them.
Yeah, well,
with a shotgun, you're going to hit them.
Oh, that is true. But, I'm not an average guy. I mean, I like to be able to utilize the tools that I have. Everyone likes to do that. Listen, let's throw another game into the mix. Gears of War. kind of same thing. When you're playing with the shotgun, shotgun kind of attack, that's their clutch, especially when it comes to multiplayer games. That shotgun,
I save it
the
for
shotty,
hallways and close quarters.
rolling the shotty. That's the clutch in the game. Because they're always doing that technique. No one uses the freaking, no one uses like machine guns or anything like that. But some people like to use the sniper rifle. Me, I'm a sniper. I gotta have it. That's my.
When I play with
I mean, yeah.
when I've played with Johnny a bunch of times, I run in and chainsaw people. I love doing that.
Oh, that.
I'm not sniping him. I'm chainsawing him, and it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, let's go deeper into one more thing because we're actually we got about 15 minutes left in our
Oh, man, really? This was short
already, right?
It felt short at least.
Well, hey, listen.
We barely covered one. We barely covered Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, well, because I mean, listen, Mass Effect 2 and 3. Let's go into that because that's what I want.
Okay.
That's the reason why. Because 2 and 3 does Mass Effect 1 really kind of brings you into the story. 2 and 3 kind of wraps it up.
You see that party I got going on in the background? Which Mass Effect that's from?
Yes.
Rex is still alive. He came all the way back from Tuchanka to join the party. There's your girl Samara right there next to Joker.
Yep. Oh, speaking of Joker, let's talk about this guy. Now Joker, he was part of the Normie for a long period of time. He was like one of the best pilots in the galaxy. So he claims that he's one of the best.
He's Maverick with paper bones.
Yes. He was. I believe there's something that happened to him. I believe this was the reason why he had a certain disdain with certain races. You notice that he actually does have a certain demeanor against certain races. Like for instance, like he didn't trust the Krogan, but then again he did mention something about the Krogan that he liked. Because I think he said, didn't he mention something about like he likes the fact that they actually did tell it like it is or something like that? They're actually at least true to themselves.
Yeah, and that he likes their bluntness.
Yeah, yeah. He said he did say that. He did say that. He's like that's the only thing I like about them because they actually tell you they tell you they don't sugarcoat anything. They tell you what like it is.
Yeah.
And which is
it wasn't him that had the problem with the other aliens. It was Ashley. Ashley had the problem with the aliens.
Yeah.
Her grandfather or somebody, Lieutenant Dan, didn't with the First Contact War or something like that.
Mhm. So I think it was.
Remember, it was only like 20 years before.
Her family.
24.
Yeah, her family was in the military. Her grandfather was actually surrendered in the First Contact War. The First Contact War was actually where what happened.
Against the Taurians. It was the Taurians.
Mhm.
They fought the Taurians, and the Taurians are no joke.
Oh yeah, well that's true. Oh, but now here's the thing, because she did survive, of course, in Mass Effect 3. She actually becomes a Spectre.
She becomes a Spectre, yeah, from her hospital bed.
Like
shortly after she gets out of the hospital bed.
Yes. So that's the cool aspect about Ashley. That's the reason why through and through I kept her good throughout the whole entire trilogy, and that was so freaking cool. And especially the fact that she actually became one, I was like, oh, that's so freaking amazing. Now another thing about Joker. Let's go back to Joker. He actually has what's called Brolic syndrome. He has because he has something with his bones.
It's brittle bones. Like if he gets out of bed wrong, he breaks both his legs.
Exactly, but he's actually a genius when it comes to piloting.
Oh yeah,
that's right. So, but
you got to back up on that. Remember when you meet Joker?
Oh,
and then you sense the guy's got a whole chip on his shoulder, right? Then he explains that he has those problems with like you're only nice to me because of my disability. And Shepard's like, what? And then Joker's like, "Oh, you had no idea." And he apologizes and explains what Frolic syndrome is.
Right, right. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think I did say, wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
it's like very close to the beginning.
Yeah, yeah. Because I didn't know what was going on with his head. Because I mean, he's piloting your ship, so we had to figure it out. Okay.
Yeah, that's when you find out when you
Yeah.
talk to him about that.
But in the sequels, when you actually find out about Edie, the ship's AI, that's when things really get interesting. He actually gains a bond. He gains a bond with the AI of the ship. And
He's one of those. He's one of those robosexuals.
oh my God, yo, seriously. I mean, listen, hey, you know what? Hey, to each
There's
one's
somebody
own.
for everybody, right?
To each one's own. But man, I mean, some of the stuff that goes on, woo, okay, get a room. But other than that, though, he's hilarious throughout the whole entire. That's the reason why I actually like to hear his banter. Every once in a while, when you go and talk to him, he'll say
You
something.
better be in four. You better be in four.
Also, it depends on your decisions too. If there's a certain decision that he really didn't agree on, he'll tell you. He'll tell you the reasons why that he's.
Oh yeah.
He'll tell you straight up, and that's the reason why I like him very, very much. But now that we kind of got that out the way, since you actually had all the characters kind of unlocked in the sequels, you need to kind of fill me in because there might be some gaps that I might have didn't have the opportunity to stick with, but you have to tell me what did I miss that could actually beef up the story, if you will.
Well, there's if you let Rex live, there's a bunch of missions on T'Chaka where you get to learn more about the Krogan. I don't remember it off the top of my head because that's part 2, and I'm still like maybe a quarter through part 1 right now again.
Okay. All right.
Jog my memory. What exactly are you thinking of? Like,
Okay. Well, okay. Since I killed the Krogan in the first game, all right.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain part that you actually meet the other Krogan. You meet with
the test tube one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he mentions about Rex, or he mentions what you've actually done, and of course, because of that, there's a certain bitterness. But he said there was also some kind of relief, which I'm kind of confused about. I don't know what kind of beef that Rex and this guy actually had. Maybe there could have been some kind of weird connection between the both of them. But he said something about the future of the species, blah, blah, blah. Someone actually took over. And I was like, oh, maybe I should have kept him alive. But I didn't.
I'm trying to remember.
That was, gosh, what was this? Who was it? Because you don't get to meet him because obviously you killed him. So I wasn't.
Yeah,
because I wasn't.
Grunt is some sort of clone or something.
Right. So I'm just trying to fill me in. So maybe was he an integral part of part 2, or was he just kind of like?
He kind of was. If you look at his wiki page on the Mass Effect wiki, you're scrolling for hours. He's a big part of the story.
Oh shoot. Okay. See, that's the beauty of Mass Effect.
Now you got something to say through again.
There might be something that I missed. I actually might have missed that could have been a more integral part of the story, which is how deep the lore of Mass Effect actually is. Now, and of course, Mass Effect 3. Go ahead.
After part 1, he just leaves the crew and goes back to his planet and becomes a chieftain there or something.
Okay.
And then when you take Grunt over, that's right, Grunt's loyalty mission.
Oh, the loyalty.
You know how each character has a loyalty mission. You got to bring him there to meet Rex, so that they could put him in some sort of ritual, which is like a coming of age ritual where you got to fight a bunch of bosses. And then all of a sudden he becomes, all right, you're full Krogan. He needed to go through some ritual to go become a full Krogan.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I must have missed a lot. Holy crap.
Yeah, you missed a lot. At least with the Krogan storyline.
Goodness gracious.
And there's warring factions between the Krogans too. Like one clans don't like each other, that kind of thing. They especially don't like Shepard and Grunt because they know Grunt's artificial.
Oh boy. And then of
So
course
that's where all the beef comes from there.
that makes sense.
Also, you get to find out that there's Krogan scientists. That's funny.
Krogan scientists? Oh jeez. You know what? Okay. You know what? Now I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
And rethink my choices, and probably gonna have to readjust because I actually what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of like I said I'm going through Mass Effect 1, just kind of retracing my steps, finding out exactly who to keep and or how to keep everyone. Because believe it or not, in the first playthrough, I actually did want to try to keep everybody. I did. No lie.
It's going to be very hard
to.
Yeah,
it is. Because, number one, when it comes to morality choices, it says cheap viewers on... What the heck is that? Oh, goodness great. We're getting spam things and stuff like that on there. I gotta boot this guy off. But anyway, I'm thinking to myself that I don't know. I mean, I feel like whenever you make a moral choice, and especially when it comes to games like when it deals with morality, you always kind of do what you call critical thinking, and that's a thing that really nowadays a lot of people lack critical thinking. When I play through the game, I'm like, okay, if I was in that situation, I really don't think about, okay, well, I'm going to be friendly to everybody and everyone's going to be all, sunshine and rainbow. Sometimes you're going to have to say, sometimes you're just going to have to kind of be back offish because you're like, okay, wait, hold on a second. You want to do this, and I have a feeling that this is going to piss somebody else off. Now, if I say yes, I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, let's go, gung-ho, woohoo, right? Then you have some other guy, someone else on your crew, they're like, well, maybe you should have consulted me first before you decided to make this decision. Before, I'm like,
Let me tell you something. I trust a Solarian. I mean, I trust a Krogan over a Solarian.
Ooh, that's a.
Solarians are shady, dude. With the exception of Morden, who's your boy. Like when you talk to most of even in the Citadel, every time you talk to a Solarian, there's something shady going on. Trick this machine for me. Scan these bugs for me.
Oh, yeah.
Solarians are shady, dude. So watch out.
Yeah, you're right.
At least the Krogan, you know where you stand. He either likes you or he doesn't like you.
Well, and it's right. If he shoots you in the face, not in the back. So
or he headbutts you. But if you headbutt him back, you gain his respect.
Yes.
You headbutt a Krogan, you got his respect.
True. Oh, let's talk about the R&R. I forgot about to mention that the R&R, the little fun little mini games that you have in this game. You can go to the bar, you have a few drinks, and you can actually dance. You can dance the night away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shepard can't dance to save his life. That's the running joke of every meme. Shepard dancing.
God, his dance is so ridiculous. It's like that weird, like just like, was dance with himself. He's like, then he was trying to get down with it, and you can change the rhythm a little. Oh my God. It's hilarious.
Yeah, Shepard can't dance.
and also, if you actually go to certain other risque bars, you can actually sit there and actually enjoy the view. So you can sit right there and watch.
They watch the sorry strippers.
Strippers and everything. You're like this, and you're like and then you can kind of bend, sit close like this, or sit back like this.
Yeah. like in GTA, you do that in GTA too.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think GTA got that idea from.
That's right. That's funny. Dorian said he dances like Van Damme. He does.
Yes,
He does dance like Van Damme.
Oh yes, he does. He does. Oh God, he does though, because he's like it's like he's dancing with himself. That's pretty much what he is.
But Van Damme in space armor. That's Shepard.
Oh man, without the splits. he doesn't do the splits.
I think it would hurt in armor like that, man.
Oh man, I think he'll split his pants with those. But yeah, I mean that's another thing, you know, that those are like the small little mini games, and then of course the opening
you can gamble too,
and you can gamble. That's right. You can gamble. You can gamble. I think that was in the second game. It wasn't in the first game. The first game I was like,
oh, first one too. You walk into the casino when you're scanning the machine.
Oh, that's
right.
Yeah, you can.
For that shady Solarian who wanted to cheat at the slot machine.
That's
why they threw him down the stairs.
Oh yeah. Well, see, the thing is that you know
those little frog guys, they're nuts.
You know the funny thing is though, I never gambled. Every single time I went to the casino and I just scanned the machines. I never gambled.
It's kind of stupid. It's like blackjack.
Yeah.
It's blackjack without the cards, basically.
Pretty much. And I was like, I think I wasn't really digging it. I was like, let me go scan these machines, and I kind of just bypassed that. But I didn't realize that you could do it in the first one. You can do it in the second one. The second one, I know you can do it. So I was like,
there's probably more in the second one.
Actually, there's more in the second one. There's more.
Yeah, there's probably more games.
That's probably the reason why I actually did it more in the second one than I actually even bothered to try in the first one. And let's see what else to throw in there, because we're actually getting to that time. Oh yeah, we're almost at that time. Oh yes, let's talk about the ending.
There's one thing I want to.
We got it.
You talking about the ending of 1, 2, or 3, or the whole trilogy?
Oh no, we got to talk about the whole entire trilogy because.
Okay. All right, this is what I wanted to go to too. Good.
Right. All right. Now, the first one, obviously, you face Ceres and the thing, and you defeated him. That's what it is. Now, when you go into the second game, at the end, and of course the Normandy's escape, so to speak. Now, I'm trying to make odds and ends onto what choices that you actually made because past that, because in the third one it was pretty much all out war. The Reapers came.
It all goes all out war in the third one.
Well, yeah. Well, at the end.
I don't think your choices affect that. That's just what's going to happen.
Right, but at the end of the second game, you see the Reapers come. The Reapers.
Yes.
The Reapers come. And that, because obviously you knew there was going to be a sequel after that. As soon as you saw that portal open, and you saw those big gigantic ships and everything with the arms and all that stuff, and you saw like an armada of them,
big locust, big space locust.
Game, you knew. Oh shoot! I said, oh shit!
Yeah.
I said, game over. They're here. Game over, man. Game over.
But then you take one out by yourself. Which is badass.
Dude.
On the ground.
Listen.
You fight one.
Listen. The shipper took out a freaking worm.
And then he took out a Reaper by himself.
A Reaper! Bro! That was ridiculous. But that last battle was pretty badass, though. It was. When you had that weapon and stuff like that, and you were taking out the freaking Reaper, bro, freaking amazing.
They added the roll mechanic there because you can roll out of the way.
Well, that's
in the later Mass Effect, yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that ending. And not the third one, because we're going to save that. We're going to save that ending, because that one right there is the final piece of the puzzle. Now, here's the thing. Even though you destroyed one of the Reapers, and you only one, okay, because obviously they were swarming the planet, I still felt kind of empty, to be honest with you, because it's like, okay, you did something, but you didn't do enough, because obviously they're there. They came. They're coming to conquer. They are going to destroy you. And in the beginning of Mass Effect 3 and everything, you were caught and they were there. The Citadel was actually literally almost obliterated.
They chase you in the solar systems too. It's really stressful.
Oh, well, yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yes.
And you run out of gas. You know how stressful that was.
But that's what's so messed up about it. It was because it was a suicide mission.
Pretty much.
It was a suicide mission. Okay, number one. If you actually because I think what happened was I might have lost one of my crewmates, and I think one of them was actually not loyal. Now what happens is no, seriously, I think I must have did something. I did something wrong. I forgot who it was.
Everybody had my back. It was great.
I don't know what it is. Why? Am I a bad captain? Did I do something wrong? Am I too morally right or too morally wrong?
I even got Legion. Legion survived. Dude, I had peace between the Geth and the Guardians.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Mass Effect's my jam.
Oh,
I pretty much played the entire galaxy and
goodness gracious. But
I made Shepard into the legend everyone talks about.
All right. Well, anyway, what happens is that the extent of the losses basically became not catastrophic. I mean, it was bad. All right. So
it was millions of people. It was
dude. Listen, the Citadel was obliterated. Okay, let's just put it. The Citadel was leveled.
Yes.
Okay, that's what it was. The remnants of the last Reaper that you actually destroyed was pretty much in its waste, but everything else was leveled. So that was the beginning of Mass Effect 3 for me. And these Reapers and everything were relentless. And now that's what I actually was kind of getting at, because depending on what choices you actually make, I don't even know what the conclusion is. I mean, okay, since you actually kept your characters, what was your conclusion?
Well, in the beginning, when people didn't understand the ending, there was really no difference except the aura was a different color. Like one was red, one was blue, one was green. I originally chose the assimilation ending, where everyone was like half synthetic, half whatever they were, half organic, and that's how Joker and Edie got together and all that stuff.
Right.
The other ending was I don't remember what the blue. I chose green. I don't remember what the blue one was.
Mm.
I think that was when you set the Reapers free or something like that. The third one was the most logical choice to me. Destroy the Reapers, which is red aura. I mean, you spend these 3 games fighting the Reapers, trying to find out what's going on behind them, and then you're either going to assimilate with them or let them take control. That's ridiculous. That's it. The blue one was like if you give the Reapers control.
Huh.
So to me, the canon ending was the red one: destroy the Reapers.
Right. Which is what felt like the obvious choice.
Mm-hmm. But check this out. After all that happens, right? When you and Captain Anderson are in like whatever the remains of the Citadel there. They're both bleeding out.
Right.
What happened after that? Another fight must have happened.
Yeah, there was what happened was at the end of this is part 3, right?
I remember, yeah.
End of part 3. What happened is that at the end, I think
that's right. No, Shepard gets taken by that little ghost boy, and then is given those 3 choices, right?
Right.
So so whichever portal you walk through, the red one, the blue one, the green one, whatever, is what chooses your ending. I chose a red one. He ran into it, dove through it to destroy the Reapers, and then after all the credits run, you notice when they're putting up the memorial in the Normandy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The group members that died,
uh-huh.
Shepard's name's not on there. Ashley doesn't put Shepard's name up there. And then at the end of the credits, you see Shepard at the bottom of the thing. It looks like a dead body until he breathes. Shepard's still alive. So he has to be in 4.
All right. Well, all right. basically,
Shepard's still alive, dude.
yeah.
He survived so much stuff, man.
Okay, well, there are like 5 different endings in Mass
I
Effect.
think the canon endings destroy the Reapers.
Right, the canon
The
ending
Red Order.
destroy the Reapers. Right now,
It's the only sense, though,
yeah, exactly. So, but the thing is that you you actually looks like you're about to, so you're alive, basically, at the end.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Barely, but he's alive. They can put him back together again.
Well, that's true. And also, the remnants of his helmet was actually there too.
Yeah.
Now, remember in the
Yeah, Tori, that's my boy. I knew it. He thinks so too. Shepard is definitely alive.
Yeah, the teaser. If you remember the teaser of Mass Effect 4, they did a teaser, and I hope to God.
Yeah, Liara finds a piece of his armor.
I hope the guy didn't cancel.
You better not have, man. I mean,
they can't.
Don't even put it out there.
I hope. I hope. I'm not okay. Fine. I won't even mention it. But I'm just saying. At the beginning of the teaser, it shows the helmet that Shepard was wearing, and it showed. I believe it was. Oh my God! It showed. Was it Leela? What was it again?
Liara.
Liara, right? It showed Liara.
Yeah, Liara. So she's in it. You know.
Yeah. It showed Liara, and Liara smiled. When she turned around, you could see her in the mask, and she looked like she looked like she was going to smile. So, fact of the matter is that he is going to be in 4, but when? Not in the beginning. I highly doubt it'll be too obvious if they actually showed Shepard in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
They have to kind of ease him in. You have to play as somebody else. Maybe you play as Liara. Maybe you play as her.
You might, yeah.
Through the beginning of the game. This is theory. We're doing theory here. I have a feeling that in the beginning of the game, she's actually you're gonna play certain parts and stuff like that to kind of get the pieces together, and you're gonna look for him. You're gonna try to find him. Because remember, he's lost. Right? They didn't find his body. You saw it.
Did I tell you the other thing I wanted to go back to?
What's that?
Liara's the new shadow broker.
Oh, that's
She becomes a shadow broker.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God! I didn't even think about that.
You forgot about that, or did you know that?
Yeah,
she becomes a shadow broker.
I think you're gonna mention that. You're gonna mention something about the shadow broker. I forgot what it.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I meant. Yeah.
That'll be open that bag of bolts. We need to know. Tell the audience, better yet, the shadow broker. What the purpose of the shadow broker was. What exactly was the true intentions of the so-called shadow broker, and why was he or she the initial part of the of the entire of the story?
You fight. It's this big thing that looks like Ganon from Zelda. It looks like Ganon in like Mass Effect.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, it's a big monster. It's really tough, and boy, does he come at you.
Yeah, and now, but with the significance of this thing, why was this important? I mean, obviously eliminating him was actually a decent choice, and there was a lot of things behind it. There's also a lot of caveats too. So I feel like there's got to be more, because if Liara became the new shadow broker, why? That's my thing. I feel like
when you finish that DLC, she says she finds it, instead of destroying the place, it would be a lot more helpful to everybody if they kept the information going. So she took over.
Yeah. I feel like that was I felt like that was a bad decision. I felt like they should just end with that. They should just stop it.
If she wasn't a shadow broker, how would they figured out a lot of the stuff in Mass Effect 3 if she didn't have that info?
Yeah, okay.
You know what I
I
mean?
guess you're right. I guess you're right. Sometimes, the lesser evil, because we call it the lesser evil.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't know. There's a morality thing that really drives me. I guess that's what it is. See, and that's the reason why I actually love the Mass Effect trilogy, and I believe you players out there would definitely love it. Please try out the game. Love it. If you can buy it right now, pretty cheap. For me, it's like $30 now. I think on Steam, you can buy it for
I think it's on Game Pass, my dude.
Game Pass. Oh, that's right. You can get it.
I think the Legendary's on Game Pass.
Yeah,
I already have it, but yeah, I think it's on Game Pass.
No, Game Pass Ultimate because it's EA. It's sort of EA. Sort of EA Play. So if you have.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. If you have the Game Pass Ultimate, you get EA Play, and you have access to pretty much a huge library of EA games that are available, readily available.
It's also 90% off on Steam right now. You can get it for a steal.
And it's 90% off on Steam.
That's $6. That's $6 for Mass Effect Trilogy.
That's a steal. That's like a little bit more. That's like a little bit more than a Big Mac right now. You
get 200 hours of gameplay easy. You get your money's worth.
You'll definitely get your money's worth. And all the DLCs are unlocked. You get to actually play through the game as it was intended. That means from Mass Effect 1 through 3, every choice that you made in Mass Effect 1 will carry on to 2, will carry on to 3. And you get to.
And they didn't mess with it. They kept everything.
Nothing's been altered.
Nothing changed except the graphics overhaul.
When I was playing through it, there was not one thing that actually changed in the game, and that's the way it actually should be. But
we're looking at you
tomorrow, we are going to be talking about the bastard child of Mass Effect. We're going to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda.
You mean Sunday? Tomorrow.
Sorry, not tomorrow. Sorry, Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday. My goodness, my days are screwed up. Sunday. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube and on Twitch. Come join us, and we will talk about. We're going to talk about the bastard child of Mass Effect. We're going to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda. What was wrong? What could have been right? And of course, the story, the people, the protagonists, and why the story does not seem to fit in the Mass Effect anthology whatsoever. Why was it missing?
Was it a completely different team or something that worked on it? It felt very different.
Different team. It was still BioWare for some. That's strange too. It was still BioWare, but I don't think it was the same team of BioWare.
It was the original team, yeah.
No, I think it was like a completely different team. So we get to talk about that. Also, we're going to dive deeper into Mass Effect 4. What can Mass Effect 4 fix? What Andromeda actually dropped the ball with. But once again, thank you all for joining us. It's been absolutely awesome chatting it up about Mass Effect. We can go for hours talking about Mass Effect because there are so much more we can actually do in there. We can talk about the thesis. We can go break down weapons. We can talk about different armors that you actually get in the game. We can talk about the incompatibilities. We can go on and on and on. It's such an amazing game, guys. You've got to try it. If you're an RPG fan, or better yet, if you're an adventure fan, you will definitely like Mass Effect. Go pick it up. You can actually play it on Game Pass Ultimate. You can also play it on Steam. 90% off. You can get it for $6. You have to try it out. You would definitely love it. And, of course, this is the end of our show. So, with that said, let's do our wonderful outros. And, let's get out of here. Are you still there? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
We didn't get kicked off, did we?
No, we're still here.
I thought you were hitting your outro.
No, I was going to. You can say goodbye to our folks out there.
Oh no, yeah, I was replying to Dorian in the chat, so I got a little.
Oh, no problem. So anyway, thank you, Dorian, and thank you for all the viewers that actually come to our channel. We really appreciate you guys. Please hit a like and subscribe to our channel. Also share it out. The algorithms are awesome. And also it keeps our show relevant, so people could actually view our shows. And also look forward to Sunday. Sunday. We actually have our second part of our Mass Effect anthology. We're going to talk about, of course, Mass Effect anthology, the Andromeda. So let's get on out of here. Let's do our outro and get out of here.
Well, I only have one thing to say. I'm Commander Shepard, and you're my favorite listeners on YouTube. Thanks for being here, players.
Absolutely. And, of course, as I always say, stay awesome, keep on leveling up, turn up the treble, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of Gaming Treble. Oh, one more thing. Shout out to my buddy Johnny, who actually was not able to join us tonight. She was actually over at Evo last night. He was actually having a good time. I want to show a couple of pictures if you don't mind of him and a very four-armed friend of his. Yeah, you'll definitely like this one. Let me go ahead and pop that one in there. Oh my gosh.
Well, at least he's not getting fleeced by Solarian. I don't trust Solarians.
Oh no,
Volus either. Solarians and Volus. You're not supposed to any of them.
I don't think so. I don't think it was a Solarian.
Those people are shady.
Nah. All right, so let's.
I wouldn't let a Volus on my crew. Get him off my ship. Get that Volus off the Normandy.
Oh my God!
They're shaped like footballs too. You can just pick them up and punt them out the door.
Absolutely.
He talks at you through his breathing tube.
Oh,
you boot him across.
Oh my gosh! My goodness. Okay, let's see.
Not footballs. They're shaped like grimace, like really short grimaces.
Oh, indeed. Let's see if I can find those pictures. Yeah, actually, right here, right over here. They'll pop them right over here. What an amazing.
What if Johnny's listening? He might be listening.
Yeah, Johnny, my man.
Say something in the chat if you're listening, bro.
Indeed. All right, here we go. Let's show the listeners this wonderful picture here. He looks pretty awesome, especially with this guy. Here we go. Boom. And here he is. Doo-doo-doo-doo. My man. Look at this guy. Isn't he handsome?
What is it? Hold on. It's not popping up on my screen.
Hold on. Let me pop him up. Let me pop him up on there for a second, so you can see for yourself. All right. There he is. I think you should be able to see him now. Hold on. Let me go ahead and share that. Boom. Boom. There he is.
Yep. It's coming up. Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
You guys see him?
Yep. Goro. And also on the side right there is Dom Tobias. Dom Tobias. He actually joined the Mortal Kombat team once again. To bring out this awesome anthology that's coming out, I believe, later this month. It actually has all the Mortal Kombat, and also they just announced that Mortal Kombat Trilogy has actually been added to the list. Holy cow, that's amazing. So something to look forward to. So anyway, once again, so long, folks. Have a good night. And we will see you next time on the next Gaming Treble.
Yep.
Good night, folks.
Night, players.